Do you think it might be a bit strategic, them kind of putting doubts in Kyra's head?
I mean, if I was the girl, yeah. Definitely was putting doubts in her head.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. Hello if you're new. So today's video is going to be an interview with Casey from Love Island USA Season 3. Obviously, we only get to see an hour every night, so hopefully Casey's going to give us his side of the story, his kind of viewpoint on things. So yeah, let's jump into it. So obviously, you get the call, you're going into Love Island. At that particular point in the competition, how are you kind of thinking about your potential?
At that point, at that point, it was towards the end, so I'm like, I think I was pretty good potential wise. I think I had a good chance of actually connecting with somebody and getting to the end. But clearly, that's not what happened. But
So you weren't worried about like not being an original or not being there earlier?
nah, I wasn't. I wasn't. I was in Hawaii early. Basically, I wasn't really worried about when I came in. I was just anxious to get in. That's it. I knew I was gonna do good either way, so I wasn't really worried about when they placed me in.
You went in, it kind of seemed like you had narrowed it down to Trina and Ellie, but then you ended up, from what we saw, putting all of your eggs in Ellie's basket. Why did you decide to do that?
So okay, coming up to the coupling day, right? The day we coupled up. That morning, I woke up. I believe I had a chat with Ellie, and at that point, I was kind of leaning fully towards Ellie because we had our date and whatever. But um, yeah. So Trina came and pulled me that day,
Yeah.
that morning, and after I spoke to Ellie, actually Trina pulled me that night and asked me how the date was, and we got to know each other just a little bit. But I was still leaning towards Ellie that morning, but Trina had pulled me that morning, and that's where I jumped, and I was like, it's like 60-40 now after me and her conversation. So during that whole day, I wasn't set on Ellie.
Yeah.
I wanted to have that one more conversation with Trina, but I never got it.
Yeah.
So I went with Ellie that night because we went straight into the recoupling, and I thought we was gonna have a chance to talk before that, and I wanted to talk to both of them before we did that,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. So that's what happened. I mean,
Yeah.
me and her had we had two conversations before the recoupling, and I was kind of like the
Yeah.
whole day I didn't know where I wanted to be at. So
So then after the coupling, was that kind of like closed off with Trina? You just wanted to focus on Ellie?
at that point, yeah, I did want to just focus on her, but it just kind of we just didn't click at all.
You know, in the back of your head, you know, the strategy person saying, you know, you're on a show, you're on a competition. Was there, you know, the voice in your head saying, you know, Trina, she might keep you in a bit longer. Why don't you couple up with her?
I, honestly, I didn't go in with a competition mind. I was trying to get to know these girls, and I kind of just not threw off the whole competition thing, but I wasn't really thinking about it.
Yeah.
So,
But did you at any point? Not necessarily like, I'm going to do this, but was there any kind of thoughts that's in your mind that you necessarily didn't act on, but kind of thought, what if I did this? Would this be better for my position?
oh yeah, oh yeah. I honestly now, like even then, I did think Trina coming in because coming in, Trina was my number one,
Yeah.
and um, obviously it changed, but yeah, I mean Trina would have been the better route for me, of course. I knew that from the get, but like I said, I wasn't going in there thinking competition wise.
Yeah.
The only person I spoke to that about was Andre, because
Okay.
me and Andre came in together and we was keeping up with each other. So Andre knew what was going on.
Yeah. So then obviously now the text comes through, someone's getting kicked out. What are you thinking at that point? The people have been voting on who has the least potential or the most potential, who's gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Uh, what was I thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
Oh, I knew it was my funeral. I knew it was time to go. I already knew. That's why I wore all black. I already knew it was time to go.
You didn't think maybe Charlie and Alana would catch the body? No.
They didn't deserve to go home. They didn't deserve to go home. They didn't deserve to go home.
So for you, it was a done. No hope.
No, because I knew it was gonna come down to everybody picking.
Mm-hmm.
Not America. Now if it was up to America, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I knew I had talks with the guys and stuff, and they just knew me and Ellie wasn't clicking.
Do you think you would have had a better luck? Better luck if it was America choosing?
I don't know. You
man.
Might have. They on my boy. I don't know. They on my boy hard.
So in terms of like providing insight of inside the villa, I feel like the hot topic in the villa right now is Will and Kyra. People are questioning particularly whether Will is genuine. From your time inside, can you speak on Will's character?
I can't speak on that. Me and Will had a conversation, and pretty much, I think somebody had asked him if he was going to make her his girlfriend, and he said not during the show, and he asked what I thought about it, and I told him I felt like that they needed to get the experience outside of the villa, and then decide from there if he wants her to be his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I feel like inside the villa, you're constantly with her. But then when you get out of there, it's going to be real life.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when they should make that decision. And that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
But Will he's investing in her. He wants to be with her. And that's how I seen it. That's how all the guys see it. So
yeah.
I think he's definitely all in for her. Of course, they threw in, the Casa girls and all that.
Yeah.
And we kind of, but they, he went through that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why they question him, man.
I know why, but I can understand. I get that point of waiting till the outside, because that makes sense. Because you know we've seen it time and again. The bubble, it's all nice, but then in the real world, it doesn't work. So I get that, but I can also see why people might be thinking, having doubts about Will. But I do like Will.
Yeah. Will got good intentions. He do.
Yeah. Why do you think the girls are on him though?
Because because I don't know if they have talked to Will. I don't know if they had that conversation like the guys had a conversation with him. So they don't understand him.
Yeah.
And they seen that Shannon and Josh made it official during the show. So they were expecting them to do it because they pretty much was the strongest couple from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the pressure was on him now that Josh and Shannon had did that themselves.
Do you think it might be a bit strategic, them kind of putting doubts in Kyra's head?
I mean, if I was the girl, yeah. Definitely was putting doubts in her
head. Me too. Trying to win that
money. Yeah, they definitely putting doubts in her head, but man, they gotta work that out between them. I mean, yeah, you have your friends to talk, tell you stuff, but if you can trust and believe what's coming out his mouth, or he believing what comes out her mouth, then they should be good.
Yeah, and then I guess another person who people are calling on their character is Charlie. Can you speak on Charlie's character?
Charlie, man. Why? I'm gonna start off by saying Charlie's a really good guy. He the whole decision with Cache, that kind of that shocked me myself. I didn't know anything
I
about
was
her, but
screaming.
I felt like, I mean, that was his decision. Um, that's what he wanted to do. So, I mean, we had a conversation before the recoupling. Pretty much just told everybody just follow your heart, and that's what he did. And I can't be mad at it, man. I feel like he, man. Uh, I don't know. I don't think he was thinking. I don't. Oh man.
I think obviously he's entitled to pick whoever he wants to pick. But do you think he really liked Cash like that in the first place? Because in Casa Amor, it seemed like he was, you know, so interested in her and he was willing to accept that there were still feelings there for Cinco. But then it kind of felt like not even 24 hours he was over the situation. She sent Cinco home and he still wasn't over it. So do you think he really was that interested in Cachet in the first place?
I think he was interested in her because honestly, at the day was it the day after I was sitting with him and he asked me, he was like, "Bro, do you think I made the right decision?" So, but I know it was bothering him. It was bothering him,
Yeah, we
and
did see that.
I think I do think I think he genuinely liked her. I just um I don't know. I think it was leading up to the recoupling. He felt like Cache was, I don't know what conversation they had, but at that morning when we was all lifting weights, he felt that she was kind of like throwing him off that morning. So he was like he didn't feel good about that.
Mm.
And then he had conversations with Elena, so that didn't help the situation.
Yeah.
I don't even know everything that happened, so
Yeah.
it's just what I seen and what he came and talked to me about.
And who are you rooting for going forward?
Well, Charlie getting butchered tonight, or whatever so they get butchered. They get butchered tonight. I told him he'll be coming right after me, but um, I'm rooting for Andre Trina.
Yeah.
Close with Andre, and I like Trina, so definitely room for them. Definitely room for them.
Okay, well, that's the end of my line of questioning.
I appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate you for being on here and I'm wishing you the best. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Bye.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good one.